I'm Leon. Welcome to Leon's Things. Now, there are a lot of reasons for being embarrassed as a citizen of the United States of America. There's our tendency to take care of our own national interest at the expense of other people's, and our unbelievable ability to live in denial of the consequences of our behavior. I mean, think about it. We are the only people so far who have found a moral justification for detonating atomic bombs over civilian populations. Somebody has to explain to me how atrocity is a moral response to atrocity. But aside from the scale of some of the things that we've done, I'm not sure that we're that much worse than anybody else. I don't think we're unique in that we've done horrible things. I think it's that we've gotten away with it. We've never been brought to trial, and we walk around the world somewhat cavalier about the whole thing. With that in mind, let's listen to a little Laurie Anderson.
I especially remember an interesting list of tips devised by the U.S. Embassy in Madrid. And these tips were designed for Americans who found themselves in wartime airports. The idea was not to call ourselves to the attention of the numerous foreign terrorists who were presumably lurking all over the terminal. So the embassy tips were a list of mostly don'ts. Things like, don't wear a baseball cap. Don't wear a sweatshirt with the name of an American university on it. Don't wear Timberlands with no socks. Don't chew gum. Don't yell, "Ethel, our plane is leaving!" I mean, it's weird when your entire culture can be summed up in 8 giveaway characteristics.
So when I first heard this, I thought, great, I don't do those things. I'm better than those Americans, which I am one of. Except that I chew gum. I don't want to give up my gum chewing. And this means that I have to come to terms somehow with my being publicly identifiable as an American. But here's the thing. If I came to you and I said, I hate the things that I've done, I'm really uncomfortable with my identity, I don't like who I am, and I don't want people to find out who I am, you would probably think that I have self-esteem issues, and you would probably be right. But if I came to you and I said, I'm really happy with my identity as an American, I like my country, I feel patriotic, in the current climate, you'd think I was an irresponsible right-wing wacko. Why is this? Why isn't it possible for us to deplore some of the things that we've done and still be okay with being an American? Why is it that we feel that the identity that other people place on us as Americans is more valid than the identity that we project as Americans? Patriotism is difficult, it's hard work, and it's worth it. My gum chewing is part of my patriotism. Now, when I was a kid, gum chewing was bad for you. It was bad for you primarily because it was bad for your teeth. Then along came sugar-free gums, and before long, they were putting things in gum that actually made it good for your teeth. My current gum of choice, and our subject here, is one of these good-for-your-teeth gums. It's a Wrigley product called Orbit. The flavor is Mint Mojito. People that know me know that I'm associated with a certain cocktail, and it's not the mojito, but a dry martini flavored gum. Ugh. Now, I'm a fan of good design, and that includes packaging. And the packaging on this is not particularly good. We've all seen it before, this stupid plastic with the little thing you pull off. But the big thing that bugs me about this packaging is that it's got this lid with ostensibly a little latch here, but it's almost impossible. It doesn't naturally go in, so I hardly ever use it. So the box just sits like that. So this product is all about the flavor. This is really good. And if you're a gum chewer at all, I strongly recommend that you try it. The flavor sounds weird. Try it. Now, the way gum works is that there's a water-soluble flavor and color component merged with a water-insoluble base made of gum, rubber, or traditionally chicle, which comes from the sapodia tree. Now, my mint mojito gum has a few other things in it. It is perhaps better for my state of mind that I don't know what most of those things are. One of the big reasons for the international identification between gum chewing and Americans is that for a long time, ever since World War I actually, the US military issued gum to its personnel. It was supposed to relieve stress and improve concentration, which I think it does. Presumably that's the stress of being a cog in a massive imperialistic military machine. But there are people who take offense at gum chewing, and as gum chewing is a personal habit, one needs to be sensitive to this. There's a person who I work with who has told me for years that they don't like gum chewing, and I assumed this was some kind of affectation and didn't like to think of me as some kind of American yokel. But it turns out it was completely visceral. They're just nauseated by the idea of gum chewing, and I was just being a jerk by continuing to do it in kind of this defiant way. I am a jerk, but I wasn't trying to be that kind of a jerk. I was trying to be principled jerk. But as Joseph Campbell says, everything you do is evil to somebody. Thanks for watching Leon's Things. If you'd like to know where to get Wrigley's Mint Mojito gum or anything else you see on Leon's Things, get it somewhere else. This ain't about that. We're not selling nothing here. Bye.
Yeah.